What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by Surge T channel. I am Surge T, and in this video, I will be doing my rundown and thoughts on this week's episode of NXT UK for the 15th of July, 2021. And we see Triple H show up, and he talks about the two men whose first encounter for the NXT UK title, that being Walter and Ilja Dragunov, was the most talked about match. Everybody's still talking about it to this day. And he intros the show, and we then get to the point of it, and that is the face-off between Walter and Ilja Dragunov. And there's a lot of intensity, there's fierceness, there's bravado shown between both men. Now, Walter saying that Dragunov is not on his level, and Ilja telling Walter that he hates him. Hates him for almost turning him into what Dragunov nearly became. And he also hates him for breaking something inside of him as well. And he promises Walter that he will break him next week and walk out the champ, or not walk out at all. Walter then goes face to face. He gets up as Ilja does, and he slightly headbutts him. Doesn't really headbutt him, but just puts his head right on his head and just, kind of rubs his head like, kind of pushing him back, And all Ilja did, all that Ilja Dragunov did, all he said was, "I am calm." He didn't react. He didn't do what we normally see Ilja Dragunov do. Cooler heads prevailed, and wow, see that match? It's going to be great. Now, Subculture are geared up towards their upcoming tag team title shot against Pretty Deadly, and if history repeats itself, meaning Marc Andrews winning a singles match last time, which led to their challenge and winning the tag team titles. And well, there shouldn't be anything stopping them from repeating. And as Danny Luna pointed out, Subculture will become the first ever two-time NXT UK Tag Team Champions. I'm surprised that no one's ever done that yet. Maybe Grizzled Young Veterans, would have if they had stayed, but they went to the NXT. So that's that. Now, Action Smith and Oliver Carter versus Tio Man and his little friend Rohan Raja. And does anybody care? Well, if you care, the winners were Raja and Tio Man, who gets Carter to tap to the crossface, which is pretty lethal, pretty deadly how Tio Man puts that on, and they get the victory. Now, in essence, in a nutshell, what is said is you've declared war on the wrong person. Who says that? Aoife Valkyrie. She says that to the fashionista Ginny, And that right there is the building. It's like doing what I really, really wanted it, how it goes, how it's gonna go. That's how I wanted it to go. Build it up. Don't put no match yet. There was a little bit of a tension back last week. When Ginny came out, and then this week, she Aoife addresses Ginny. Maybe Ginny's gonna do the same thing next week. Maybe when Ginny's in the match, maybe next week she'll be in the match, and then Aoife comes out. That's why I like it. Slow build, man, and then have that big banger match. And whoever wins definitely will win the feud. Because it wasn't rushed, and it doesn't feel rushed right now, and it's good. That's a good thing. Now, Pretty Deadly are pretty fired up and call out Subculture. Subculture called them out earlier, so they're calling them champs of the past, and that Pretty Deadly are claiming that they are the ones that runs this tag team division. Very impressive team, yeah, they are, but even he admitted it. Lewis Howley dropped the ball, and he allowed Marc Andrews to pin him, giving them the tag team title shot. So I believe that's going to be taking place next week. So looking forward to that. Now let's go to a match that I've been looking forward to, and that is the NXT UK Women's title match, and it's between the champ Meiko Satomura defending against France's Last Hope. Is that how she calls it? Says it, Amel. And the match was pretty good. I mean, I liked Amel. She really shows what she's capable of, and she's just very intense. She has a lot of just energy, screaming all the time. She's just ball of energy, and it's like at one point she hit the Hope Breaker, her finishing move, right? And Satomura kicks out. She's screaming, "Is Amel," and I gotta tell you, man, Satomura was just on her game, and Amel was game, but it was not enough as the final boss retains her title. She retains her title after hitting the DDT, a spinning leg drop, where she flips forward and just connects with a devastating kick. But that's not all, folks. She delivers the Scorpio Rising, when she steps up on someone's leg or someone's elbow, and then she just does like a scissor kick, and she does that to the back of Amel's neck and retains the title. Who's next? Who is next to take on, Miko Satomura? Will it be the former champ, Kaylee Ray? Will it be the newcomer, Blair Davenport? We saw her debut last week, very dominant last week. And she wasn't here this week. I'm kind of disappointed, but yeah, they're gonna trot her out, every once in a while to kind of keep her fresh and kind of keep her like, we're not gonna see her every week. It's gonna get like wear out their welcome type of thing. That's what I like about. If you notice about NXT UK, they always switch the guys out and the gals out. They don't have them on every single week. And if they do, it's only the ones that we want to see. But the other ones, it's like, yeah, we could see them once every while, so then it kind of keeps them not getting bland or not getting boring. That's a good thing. Now, I was excited for the match, but there's breaking news regarding Ilja Dragunov and Walter's title match next week. Walter suffered a severe hand injury after an altercation between he and Ilja Dragunov. So next week's title match is off. But next week we're going to be seeing, we're going to hear about further information regarding the real situation and what went on. I mean, they did say they had an altercation between the two, and I don't know, man. Now Walter broke his hand, so what's going to happen with the title? Hopefully he can retain the title, meaning he can hold on to the title. He might be out for a month, or they might heavily tape it and have him wrestle a couple of weeks down the road, maybe. But looking forward to that match. And wow, that's why they try to tell them not to get physical with each other during the face-to-face, and then they end up getting physical. They should have had guys separate them and go to your locker, have people guard them so that they don't get out. But we don't know. We'll see what happens next week when the information is presented as to what really happened. Now, the main event is the Heritage Cup title match, and I'm really starting to look forward to these matches. I really, really love what goes into the uniqueness of the matches. 6 rounds, 3 minutes each, 2 out of 3 falls. It's either by pinfall, submission, or someone just can't continue anymore. And we see Tyler Bate, and he defends it against who's champion, and he defends it against Gallus member Marc Coffey. It was a very athletic first round, very exciting, but no falls for either man. Then the second round sees Tyler Bate pin Coffey with an innovative roll-up. I can't even explain how it did. I try to. But how do I explain that on my video? Like what it was, but it's just like a total, just looked like he was going for a Hurricane Rana, but he wasn't. He was kind of on the ground. He kind of flipped Marc Coffey over, and then he bridged, and then he got the pinfall. Very clever, and something that we expect from Tyler Bate. Now Marc Coffey, okay, he's gonna say, you know what, you got away with that. Well, he dominated the third round with power. Like, he connects with an enziguri when Tyler Bate jumps off the second turnbuckle, hits him with that kick to the head, then he sets him up, and then he bounces off the ropes and hits a spinning forearm. But the other commentator, not Nigel McGuinness, said it was a forearm. The other one said it was an elbow. Andy said with an elbow. So regardless, it was a devastating move, and it was enough to give him the pin. And Third round is knotted up, and they're both on the scoreboard, if you will, with a fall apiece. Now, fourth round was that of desperation, as Bate was throwing everything at Coffey, and as the last seconds ticked away, both men's heads collided. Here comes Tyler Bate off the turnbuckle, and then here comes some Marc Coffey. Boom. And due to that, no fall was gained. Now, the fifth round, both men go into the fifth round looking like they're punch drunk, But Bate hits the clothesline off the ropes. He does that thing where he fucking, when he's running forward towards the ropes, he catches himself and then he bounces off and he hits that clothesline. And I guess it doesn't matter how bigger his opponent is, he comes off that rope. There's that momentum. And when you clothesline somebody, even someone that's big, 275, 65 pounds, how big is Marc Coffey? But he practically got clotheslined out of his shoes, out of his boots, and he flipped around. He did a flip, and he was like, ready for the picking. And he did that, and then he hits him with a rolling savate kick, which he does that thing where he flips forward and hits him, connects, and then he finally connects with the Tyler Driver 97. They call this guy Big Strong Boy. He's hella strong, man. Tyler Bate picked up what do you call it, like he was nothing. That's dead weight, because he was already out, and he was able to pick Marc Coffey up and hit the Tyler Driver 97, and he picks up the second and decides to fall for the victory. And still the Heritage Cup champ is Tyler Bate. I thought at the end, they shook hands, did this. They pretty much have respect. I guess Gallus is a fan favorite. I guess they are baby faces, because I think the old guys would have clocked those guys, Even during the match one time, Marc Coffey got a little cheeky and kind of like this to Tyler Bate, they were kind of playing around. But when it came to the seriousness of the match and the prestigious title of the Heritage Cup up for grabs, they were definitely there to to do business. And then they pretty much had respect for each other, and they shook hands and all that. Gallus walks off, and then Tyler Bate's in the ring. I don't know why in my head I was thinking is Trent Seven going to attack him, hit him with the trophy one? Maybe it happened one day. Maybe. Who's going to challenge him next? Maybe Wolfgang. They're still having that little bit of a back and forth, the friendly competition between Wolfgang and Marc Coffey. I didn't see Joe. I wonder where Joe's at. But anyway, that was NXT UK, this past Thursday, July 15, 2021. I enjoyed it. I would have liked to have seen the women's match as the main event. Maybe they would have got a little more time and kind of a showcase Amel even more, because it kind of opened my eyes this match, and I like what I saw from her. It's really good, but she's not going to beat the final boss. Don't care what you do. She's going to have that title for some time, so we'll see. And I'm looking forward to the rematch if when Kaylee Ray comes back and she gets the rematch. I would like those two to be the ones to collide and to see if Mako can defend that title against the former champ. Well, that's my video, and for those of you who stopped by and checked it out, appreciate it, and I thank you. And in closing, as always, take care.